Good afternoon, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. Man, what a beautiful day here in Astoria. Look at this place. I can't believe how nice it is. Thought I'd talk a little bit about marijuana stocks today, or at least just marijuana in general. I have my news feed completely full of different articles relating to marijuana, and I couldn't believe how many are coming out here over the last couple of weeks. Now, I've done a video in the past talking about marijuana, and if you've seen it, I'm pretty much going to say the same thing again. I don't feel marijuana is a big deal, okay? I wouldn't invest in any of those stocks. I'm not interested in any of that. I don't think that there's a lot of money to be made in marijuana. Now, with that being said, I'm sure that there's probably going to be some pretty good profits in the initial legalization and when those floods first happen in the States, when those dispensaries open up and the commerce starts, that initial getting the ball rolling, there is some money in there. There's a lot of money that flows into it, but it's speculation money. And anytime you got speculation money coming in, it's never a good sign. Usually it leads to bubbles and they end up popping. Now, I don't look at marijuana as a big deal. And the reason is because marijuana was a big deal when it was illegal, okay? If you want to give something some value, take something somebody wants and make it illegal. The higher the risk, the bigger the profits. Now, here in Oregon, the farmers inside of the state produced 1.1 million pounds of excess marijuana. Over 1 million pounds. The market is completely flooded and farmers are going out of business. A couple of years ago, there was a store here that sold growing supplies. Booming business. Place was packed all the time, people in there buying. Buying dirts, buying lights, buying everything. They're shut down. Go on to the sales sites, go on to like Facebook sales sites. Grow equipment everywhere. Everybody's getting out of the game. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth the investment. It's not worth it because there's so much flooded the market. If you want to make some money with your weed, you either have to grow the finest weed, the top of the top shelf stuff. And even at that, you're not getting even but half of what you did during the black market when it was illegal. There's no value in weed. Anybody can grow it. It doesn't take a mental genius. Not saying that guys can't grow good weed. I'm saying that there's people out there that can grow good weed, but it doesn't take a lot of effort. You get a good strain, you give it some care, you got your product. Beer and wine. People compare it to beer and wine all the time. It's not the same thing. Alcohol is not even close to marijuana. Alcohol, for one, you can get as high as you want till you black out. It's not the same. And around here, like especially in the Northwest, we have a lot of people who brew beer. I mean, it's like a big deal, the microbrews up here. And a lot of people brew beer for a hobby. And there's a couple of guys who brew really good beer. I mean, it's good stuff. Most people who brew it, it tastes like crap. Now, you take one of these fine brewers, one of these guys who really know what they're doing, and they tell you, they write down the instructions, step by step, exactly how to brew beer. And you could follow it to a T, word for word. And I guarantee you, your beer will not taste the same as his. It just won't. So when it comes to weed, and you have 1 million pounds of excess marijuana, and the farmers are going out of business, and the supply is completely flooded and it's worthless, how are those stocks going to perform? See, if you can grow your own, and it doesn't matter how much talent you have, then there's no value left. It takes no skill to make it. You know, it doesn't have anything special to it. Marijuana is not anything special. But if it's illegal, now it's special. Now it has risk. Now it has value. I'm not a fan of the marijuana industry. Okay? I don't care if people smoke weed. I don't care if people drink alcohol. That's not the point. The point is that when somebody says, man, I'm buying into the marijuana industry because there's a lot of money to be made. No, not really. Not really. Not when you have 1 million pounds of excess marijuana that nobody wants. That's a flooded market. You can make money in the processing it. Right? You can make money selling equipment. Not for long, maybe in the initial run, as people are buying the equipment to grow. But once the market is flooded, it's flooded. There is no backing out of that. So yeah, when it comes to marijuana stocks, if you want to speculate and get in early and maybe get out when the profits are there, but for a long run, like as far as a retirement portfolio, no way. Wouldn't even. All these farmers drowning in a sea of green. Uneducated economist. You guys let me know. Here, I'll give you a shot of the river. Gosh, what a beautiful day. I love it out here. You guys have a great afternoon.